Hello and welcome to Me and My Golf TV. We're Piers and Andy. It's Monday, that means it's time for the Impact Show. Andy, what's going on today?
Right, today we've got a very special guest who can hit the golf ball probably about 100 yards past me and you, Piers. Let's take charge of your game.
Right then, so as you can see, it's time for the Impact Show, and this week it is long drive week. Then who better to do that than Joe Miller, former and future long drive world champion. I like it. So what we're going to do this whole week, we're going to get Joe involved in a lot of these videos, talking about how to get as much distance as you can, and actually talking about how you get your distance, because it's phenomenal, the numbers. We've seen you hit some shots already today. The viewers are going to see what you're doing, but I suppose, what are you doing at the moment? Because obviously long drive championship is a few months away, but what are you up to?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's a couple of months away. So it's at the moment it's corporate days, a lot of travelling involved, but the main target is, and you know, it's the end goal is to obviously win that world title back. So it's just a lot of stuff in the gym, on the range, working on getting that club speed up, and just trying to hit the middle of the face as always. So it's just more the same, but trying to get that world title back in a couple of months.
And when is it? When's the world title? And where is it?
It's October this year. It's the first couple of weeks in October. So I'll be out in the States, in Texas, Oklahoma. It's at a place called WinStar Casino. So it's more the same. Like I said, the last couple of years we've come close. We're always there. Yeah. But you just need that little bit of luck on a day. So that's what we're going for this year.
Fingers crossed.
Make sure you follow him on Instagram, because you're going to be seeing plenty of footage from behind the scenes, I'm sure, on that. Okay, so I suppose the first thing we need to talk about is equipment, the driver. What is this thing? This is not this is not the normal length driver to us.
Look at that, and I don't want to hit one of these.
So what have we got there?
Well, this is what we're using this year. This is the XR,
okay.
Callaway. This stands in at 48 inches, so slightly longer than what you'd normally get.
Yeah.
This is a prototype shaft that I use from Fuji, so they're they're on board, and that's obviously a nice thing to have as well.
Yeah.
And obviously the main thing really that differs from most people's drivers is the loft on this. So loft on this is 3 degrees.
It looks close to zero. When you're there, it just looks like there's zero.
Yeah.
There's no face.
When you can see the face down on that, there is nothing on it. But it conforms. It's USGA and RNA conforming, so you can pick this club up and use it in tournament play.
Perfect.
But like I say, the main difference is the loft on this driver is down there, 2 to 3 degrees of loft.
Yeah, and that's key when you're really looking at stuff like the data in order to get the right spin and the right launch, just to help you with these things.
I mean, what we do is obviously slightly different to what the guy looking on, playing club golf is looking to do. They're obviously looking to improve speed, to improve distance, but we're trying to eke everything out of it as much as we possibly can. So we literally leave no stone unturned, degrees, trying to get this right setup, knowing the numbers. And that's when you start having clubs like this built.
Okay.
Perfect. I'm
Superb.
looking forward to
I think what we should do is get you maybe hitting one first. Should we get you hitting one shot first of all? Let's have a little chat about that, because we're going to talk about setup, we're going to talk about your backswing and your downswing in a moment, but let's just hit one and see what numbers we get out there.
Right, let's have a look.
So we're at Essendon Golf Club. This is a rather long looking hole, but it might be in danger.
Yeah, on the 6th here, par 5.
All right, par 5 then. You could get this in one.
Let's have a look. Not far off.
Just give us a few minutes and the ball will
we
be down in a minute.
It really adds to the length of the video, this does, Joe, with the amount of time that ball's in the air. I mean, just looking at that there, so we've got, look, club head speed 144 miles per hour, carrying it 343 miles per hour. I mean, that's 343 miles per hour yards, sorry. That's massively impressive. I mean, look, some other numbers in there. Attack angle 4.9 on the up, so you're hitting it on the way up.
Yep.
Interestingly enough, that you may want to hit a little bit more about that. Upon that, we'll talk about that in a moment. So what's the first thing that you would do in a setup, for instance? What sort of things would you recommend golfers want to hit the ball further?
I mean, it starts right from the beginning, obviously. Tee height. Tee height is number one. There is a limit on the tee heights as well, which a lot of people don't know. So you've got 4-inch tees, which we try and maximise all of that, or I do anyway. Not all long drivers do, but I try to use as much of that as possible. Basically, because that's going to help the launch conditions. You're going to be able to hit up more on the ball. So, like you said, attack angle.
So tee height, good.
Yeah, so exactly. So when we're hitting up on it, obviously, then we can use the fact that we've got a 2-degree driver to just get the ball going. Low spin, high launch. So from get-go, the setup key thing is tee height, number one.
Tee height.
Then we're just looking at certain things in the setup in terms of spine tilt, or ball position actually would be second.
Okay.
So if I see this up quickly.
And what sort of numbers in terms of, obviously, everything here, you're sort of trying to create the ideal launch conditions. So what sort of attack angle would you be looking to achieve?
In competition, normally around the 10 mark. Okay. So anything, 2 degrees under, and sometimes 2 degrees over. So anything between that 8 and 12 degree launch, really.
Yeah.
Hence the tee height, because obviously that's going to help us generate that. We're going to look at ball position. So ball position would be forward and on the left shoulder, in and around the left shoulder. A lot of long drivers, even short hitters will be on the chest mark.
Yeah.
Then as you start getting a little bit further on in the tour golfers and the long drive golfers, the ball position changes forward and it goes more forward to the outside of the left shoulder. So I mean, ball position there, obviously tee height, and then we put in a slight spine tilt, which is just slightly back here.
Yeah.
Again, that's just going to help the elevation, help the angle of attack get on the way up here, which obviously increases even more
when you strike it. Up, awesome. Okay. Well, I'll tell you, hit another one. So we need to get that attack angle up, don't we? We need to see if you can get it up higher than 4.9.
4.9 is a start.
Yeah, 343 in the air was pretty good. It's just crazy watching these golf shots.
On these are incredible, really.
Oh my goodness. All right, okay, so attack angle 6.2. So you've hit up more up on the golf ball.
Okay,
fantastic, that's really good. It's only just come down with a number there. 357 yards carry. So that's actually hitting it, 13, 14 yards further, literally by getting that attack angle up. And maybe a couple of other components as well. Yeah. Club speed actually was slightly less, 143. Slightly less, Andy's getting weak, he's getting weak.
0.9,
get in the gym. Okay, perfect. So that's the setup. So what sort of things are we looking at in the backswing?
Wide backswing,
yeah.
So long takeaway. A lot of what I see a lot of guys, basically swinging short.
Okay.
You've seen with a lot of the long drive guys, and me especially. We're looking to get that club head wrapping around our backs.
Yeah.
You got to stay loose for that. But the main key, my main swing fault would be is this left side, this left shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to see this. Not only does it sort of shift in terms of travel, but also rotates.
Okay.
So you get one golf. Most golfers do one or the other.
Yeah.
Some of them are a little bit of a shift off.
Yeah.
A lot of guys stand there and rotate, but I try and mix the two together.
Okay.
So, and again, it's just trying to work that left shoulder, trying to make it travel as far as possible, both laterally, left to right, and also rotating it around there.
Interesting, because a lot of golfers will think about club head and hands maybe going wide and going a long way, but never really think about the shoulder there. It's quite an interesting one.
Sort of getting these hands a long way back behind you.
Yeah, well, it's all linked then, isn't it?
Yeah.
The more we can turn this shoulder, the further our hands can go. And if you're standing on straight on, you see my hands at the top of the swing actually come the other side of my head. We're trying to maximise everything. It's not maybe something the viewers would want to do.
Yeah.
But like I say, for what we're trying to do, we're just trying to get everything out of it as much as possible.
Okay, so just talk about the downswing a little bit before we hit this last shot. Just talk about the downswing a little bit. What sort of things are you looking at there?
Again, trying to fire that as quick as we can. So when it gets to the top here, the faster we can get this left shoulder moving, into the ball and up, the faster the club head's going to be. Make sure we stay loose. Okay, well, your arms and hands need to be loose again in terms of, first of all, completing that turn, and second of all, coming down quicker. The more you tense up, the slower you're going to generate a lot, less speed. So, keep it nice and loose, moving that left shoulder, and probably lastly, the last thing is just keeping that right elbow nice and tight.
Okay.
We want to keep the club as close to our body as possible.
Yeah.
But with a straight left arm.
Okay.
That gives you the width.
Yeah.
Just bringing it in and literally, like I say, just firing it off as
letting it go.
As you can.
It's interesting. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, we noticed that obviously when you're hitting these shots, there's a lot of movement with the feet, not only in the way back but on the way down. There's so much movement.
Yeah.
But that really is, I suppose, you not only allowing you to shift the weight, but then start the downswing with that lower body, get that lower body or that left foot stamping down to the ground.
I mean, the lower body does fire, and you see, for me especially, the feet do dance around a lot. There's a position that, sometimes on slow motion we've actually been, hovering at impact, because the feet do come up and they come together and they twist. And people get the misconception that that's unstable, when it's kind of the opposite. Actually, you're moving your feet to remain stable. Swinging at that sort of speed, upwards 150 miles an hour sometimes. If you're going to keep your feet in that same position, you're going to end up one way, and that's with bad injury. So the feet moving around is part of the whole stability thing as well, as well as the power.
Almost releases some of that tension that's going through there, doesn't it? I really like what Joe was saying about the arms as well, about getting the arms relaxed when you're hitting these shots. I think all too often people, when they try and hit the golf ball hard, they'll tense those arms and they'll try and yank the arms down, their sequence goes.
I mean, it will naturally do that anyway, because obviously you hold onto a golf club that's going 150 miles an hour, right? But the key point is that, you get a bit of a waggle. You see some guys have a waggle. I do the same. My hands are very open and relaxed.
Yeah.
And that's just going to keep my forearms nice and soft. And you know, the more, like I say, the softer they can remain, the more we can turn and get that club head moving.
Yeah.
And then the more speed you're going to generate.
Okay, so I think we better hit third one now. We're going to get that attack angle. Let's go for that attack angle again.
Attack angle up and
So
more.
up more than 6.2. So let's see if we can get it up more than 6.2.
So we're just going to make sure that spine tilts in there nice. Bit of rip.
Wow. And you can see almost it's very hard to keep balance, isn't it? I mean, it's crazy, isn't it?
You need your feet to move. Like
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. I mean, you say you get stuck in the ground and it's waiting for an injury. Ooh, 9.6 up. Now that's tournament mode, isn't it? That's where you want to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Look, 353 yards carry, total 368. You know, hang time there just under 10 seconds.
And then the spin rate as well.
Yeah, there we go. 1800 spins.
1800 spin is probably the highest I'd want it to go.
Okay.
If anything, I'd want it even under that, between sort of 1200 and 1500.
Yeah, and it's amazing, isn't it? Okay, this is the thing. We've got a 2-degree driver,
Yep.
and the ball is going 182 feet into the air.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably twice the height of what we would hit, I would say.
Yeah.
I think there's some interesting stuff that obviously that Joe talks about there. I mean, you're not going to get, you guys aren't going to go and automatically go to the range and try that, because you'll definitely get injured.
Do you know what? They're absolutely going to do it.
There's certainly elements there that you can take out and put into your game, little things in your setup, and just how about sort of moving back onto that right side. So I think, you know, some great things, really impressive to watch, Piers. As well.
Good luck this year.
Appreciate it, guys. Lovely.
Good luck this year.
Appreciate it.
Good luck this year.
Really
Make
good.
sure you follow him on Instagram, and also check out the links in the description here to make sure, or you follow him on all his social medias. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Make sure you post any questions and comments down below, and if you did like it, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos every week.
Absolutely. Also, make sure you check out the rest of the videos we've done this week with Joe, and also, why not check out Go Long video series? Very apt. Click the link in the corner, 7-day free trial. We know you'll enjoy it.